Yes, good morning, everyone. 12th class business studies, and today's topic is stock exchange and its functions. Stock exchange. I have already told you that capital market is of two type. In yesterday class, already we have discussed that capital market is of two type: primary market, in which securities are created, and secondary market, in which the securities are exchanged. So secondary market is also known as stock exchange. And one more name I have told you, that is the bourses. Bourses. It's a name which is given in NCERT only, and it's a very important one marker question. So stock exchange is known as secondary market or the bourses, and it deals in the securities which are already existing securities, we can say. So it helps in the buying and selling of the securities. It helps in the exchanging of the securities. So basically it is providing a platform. It is providing a platform where how it provides a platform. Suppose this is all the sellers of the securities. Sellers means the persons who are having the securities, who have already purchased the securities from company. Now they want to uh, convert their securities into cash, and here are the buyers, here are the different sellers, all these are the sellers, and all these are the buyers. And buyers are the persons who are interested in investing the securities of that particular company. But so they are interested in investing the securities, but the companies are not selling the securities now. So from whom they can purchase the securities? They can purchase the securities from the existing investors who are already having the securities of the company. But they both are quite far away from each other. They don't know each other. So to meet them, what is there? So to meet them, all the buyers and sellers, a platform is provided by the stock exchange. So stock exchange basically provides a platform where all the buyers and sellers can meet with each other and can bought or sold the securities of the companies, whether it can be the equity shares, preference shares, or debentures. Clear? So it just basically provides a platform. It itself does not buy or sell any security. It helps to providing a platform where buyers and sellers can interact with each other and can disinvest or reinvest their money. Disinvest means they are having the shares, sellers are having the shares, so they want to disinvest means they want to sell out their shares and they want to convert their securities into cash. Clear? And reinvest means these are the buyers who want to invest, who want to make investments in a particular company. So they want to buy the shares or the any other securities of that company. So they interact with the help of stock exchange. And stock exchange, they both are not interacting themselves. For this purpose, I have already told you, in stock exchange, buyers and sellers cannot directly meet. For this purpose, they are taking the help of brokers. So we will understand this concept in detail, but here we are doing only the meaning. So what is the meaning of the stock exchange? So stock exchange is a platform, is an institution. It is an institution or organization, or an organization which provides a platform for buying and selling of existing securities. Belling and, buying and selling of existing securities. Existing securities. So focus on the word existing. So existing means the securities which are already sold by the companies. Stock exchange never creates securities. Through stock exchange, new securities cannot be issued. Only the existing securities are bought and sold. So basically, it helps in buying and selling only. Some other functions are also there which are performed by the stock exchange. So what are the other functions of stock exchange? Apart from the buying and selling, some other functions are also there. So these are the functions of stock exchange or secondary market. So first function which we have already discussed, this is it provides liquidity and marketability to the securities. This function we have already understood that how it provides a marketability and liquidity to the securities. It provides a platform where the buyers and sellers can interact with each other through the help of brokers, and it provides a market for the sale and purchase of existing securities. It helps in converting investments are converted into cash, and further cash is converted into investment here means the securities, shares, debentures. So the investors who are in need of money, they can convert their cash in securities into cash, and the investors who have surplus money, they can convert their surplus money into the investment. So it provides liquidity. Liquidity means convertibility in the cash, and marketability means a platform where the buyers and sellers can meet. So the second function of the stock exchange is pricing of the securities. Pricing. So you all know that pricing is done with the help of two market forces, well-known market forces, that is demand and supply. So in stock exchange also, the prices of various securities on the basis of demand and supply factors are decided. Different companies are having different type of shares, and you can see on the business channels like CNBC and other business channels on which continuously the stock prices they are showing. Continuously they are showing the stock prices in their index. So which company shares are going up and which company shares are going down. How it happens? Actually, the price of a company share goes up when its demand suddenly increases in the stock market. Demand increases means all the investors are interested in buying the shares of that company, but the existing investors are not ready to sell. So there is a more demand and less supply. And you, being the economic students, you all know that whenever there is a excess demand, then it will give a rise to the price. So price will be increasing. And why the shares of a company are in great demand? Just because of the future prospects of that company. Investors want to invest in a particular company just because of more expectation of future returns. Maybe that company is doing well and the profit trends are good in that company. So that's why each and everyone wants to invest in that company. Okay, dividend declared by the company is very high, and company is going to issue the bonus share. It is a rumor in the market that this particular company will be issuing the bonus share this year by the end of this year, as it has made good amount of profit. So each and everyone will be interested in the buying of the shares of that particular company. So demand will be suddenly high, but the supply will not be high, so it will create a increase in the price of the shares. So in this manner, with the help of demand and supply forces, pricing of the shares of or securities of a company is done. So it makes continuous valuation of securities and quote prices of various securities. It helps the investors to know about the current prices, of their investments as well as the present worth of their investment. Suppose an investor has purchased 100 shares of 100 rupees each from a company through IPO, issue through prospectus. So it means his investment in that particular company was of rupees 10,000. Of rupees 10,000. His investment was of rupees 10,000. And now he wants to know the current worth or his wealth in the company. Now that particular share, suppose, is of rupees 200 as shown by the stock market price index. So it means his worth in the company is 20,000. It means just doubled. So his worth is just doubled. So his price is just, the wealth is just doubled. So his worth is just doubled in this case. So you can see that within a short period of time, the price of the shares can go doubled or tripled. It depends on the company's future prospects. So the third function is safety of the transaction. How the transactions done in stock market are safe. As I told you that stock exchanges, mostly all the stock exchanges are regulated by SEBI, Securities Exchange Board of India. So SEBI has very strict rules and regulations which need to be followed by all the stock exchanges as well as all the companies which are listed on the stock exchange. They are known as listed companies. Listed companies means the name of the company is written in a stock exchange, and only the shares of those company can be traded on stock exchange whose name is written in the official list of the stock exchange. Clear? Suppose a private company is there and you know it very well. The public company shares can be deal only in stock exchange, not the private company shares, as private company shares cannot be transferred, easily transferred. There is a restriction on the transfer of the shares of the private company. So listed companies are there, and so there are very less chances of frauds are there. A clear cut rules and regulations are framed. A framework is there, and within which all the stock exchanges have to work, and a framework is also prepared by the stock exchange, keeping in mind the framework prepared by SEBI, and under that framework all the companies have to work. Guidelines needs to be followed by issued by the SEBI, by the companies as well as by the stock exchange. So this all ensures that the investing public gets a safe and fair deal in the market, and there are very less chances of the fraud. Next, contributes to the economic growth. How stock exchange contributes to the economic growth? Yes, economic growth is directly related with the capital formation. Contributes to economic growth. So this process is done with the help of disinvestment and reinvestment. So in this point, this line is important and you need to explain this line while explaining this point. Disinvestment and reinvestment. So stock exchange is a market in which existing securities are resold or traded. You all know this, I have told you. So through this process of disinvestment, resold means you are selling your shares to someone else. So it means you are making the disinvestment. Disinvestment means selling of the shares to someone else. Disinvestment is mostly introduced by the public sector for doing the privatization process. But here disinvestment we are considering for a normal investor who wants to convert his securities into cash. So this process is known as disinvestment. So stock exchange market is a market in which existing securities are purchased and sold. Through this process of reinvestment and disinvestment, savings get channelized into their most productive investment use. Savings get channelized. Savings get channelized. But one thing is important here, the stock exchange is not contributing to the direct capital formation. It is making the indirect capital formation, as direct capital formation is done by the in the primary market only, as we have discussed there. How in primary market, this is the company and these are the investors. Company is issuing shares and investors are giving their savings to the company, and company can use that money directly in the production activity or the expansion of the business, modernization of the business, for any other purpose. So it is giving the direct capital formation. But here, when the investor is dealing in the stock exchange market, then there is no involvement of the company. There are only the buyers and the sellers, and they are interacting with the help of stock exchange. So one buyer's money is going to the other buyer. Okay, and one buyer security, one investor security is going to the other investor. So in this manner, indirect capital formation is there, but basically savings are channelized here because savings are reinvested here and those are used in their most productive use. So this leads to capital formation and economic growth. Spreading of equity cult. What does it mean? Spreading of Equity cult. Yes. So equity cult means the stock exchange guides the investors, because the investors are not having much of the information about the companies, about the issues of the companies. So they sometimes they hesitate in investing basically in the equity shares. Why? Because the equity shares are the most risky investment, because they will be getting in the last. So stock exchange can play a vital role in ensuring wider share ownership by regulating new issues. So while investing in the equity shares, they may hesitate. There may be a fraud or any other thing. So stock exchange guide the investors by providing various types of information about the. So various type of information is provided. Various type of information is provided to the investors in regard to the companies whose share are traded on the stock exchange. Does it play a vital role in ensuring wider share ownership by regulating new issues? It regulates the new issues. You have already studied in 11th class that before making the issue, and the company has to make an application to the stock exchange and take the permission. And if the permission is granted, before granting the permission, the stock exchange will be checking the authenticity of each and everything about the company, whether the company is a fake company or fraud company. If the stock exchange is satisfied, only then it will be allowing the issue, as well as those companies share can be traded on that particular stock exchange. So basically it provides the safety, it provides the different type of informations, it take the effective steps in educating the public about the investments, then in which companies are better and which are not better. Different news channels are also there which are giving this information. So it helps in spreading of equity cult. Investors are ready to invest their money in equity shares or the ownership shares. Last, it provides scope for speculation. Scope for speculation. Speculation means you are expecting, you are predicting the future prices. And on the basis of those future prices, you are making the deals in present. Like suppose you have expected that a particular company's share will go up to rupees 500 in future, and now its rate is 300, and on the basis of this speculation you have purchased 1,000 shares of that particular company at the rate of 300. So your investment in that company is 3 lakh. So after 2 months the price worth of that particular shares 550, so you can make the capital gain. So speculation means doing the activity of buying and selling on the basis of prediction of prices in future. So stock exchange provides the sufficient scope within the provisions of law, and this speculation may be legal or illegal. If speculation is done illegally, then it's not allowed. You may be penalized. So healthy speculation is done in the stock exchange in a legalized manner. So it provides the scope for speculation. Sufficient scope, it provides sufficient scope within the provisions of law for speculative activity in a restricted and controlled manner. Why I'm telling you in restricted and controlled manner? Because SEBI is controlling all the activities done in the stock exchange. Nothing is done beyond the scope of SEBI. So SEBI is the overall. Like in banks, RBI is controlling everything, whether it is a public sector bank or a private sector bank. Above all, RBI is there to control all the monetary system in the country. So similarly, SEBI is just like a RBI of the stock exchange. So SEBI is controlling all the activities performed in the stock market. So it provides a scope for the healthy speculation and a certain degree of healthy speculation. It provides a scope for healthy speculation, and this healthy speculation is even required to ensure the liquidity and the price continuity in the market. Yes, if you want to understand about the stock exchange, you can see one movie, that is Guru. It's a, and nowadays I think a series is also going on, that is a Harshad Mehta scam series. So in 1991-92, a great scam was done in the share market, and the prices were crashed and the different companies were, yes, scam 92. And it's a if you want to go in detail, you can see this how it happens, how the scams were done. But now, till then, SEBI was not active. Basically, the SEBI was active in 1991, and after that, so before that, many scams were there, and it shake the confidence of the investors in the share market. So investors start taking back their money from the share market. So keep a control on the share market. SEBI was introduced. So SEBI was introduced at that time. So this is all about the functions of the stock exchange. So stock exchange provides a platform where buyers and sellers can meet and perform the buying and selling activity.